The winter wind bit through Alex's coat as he stepped out of the bustling mall, carrying 2 bags of groceries. He was halfway to his car when something made him stop dead in his tracks. A frail figure sat hunched against the brick wall near the mall's entrance, her head bowed, hair matted, clutching a torn blanket around her thin frame. People walked past her without a glance. But Alex froze, not because she was begging, but because her face, half hidden under the hood, was one he thought he'd never see again. It was Mia, the same Mia who had disappeared from his life 3 years ago without a word. The same girl he had spent countless nights searching for, calling her phone until the number stopped working. Back then, they'd been inseparable, best friends since childhood, almost something more. She had been the light in his darkest days, until she was gone. His heart pounded. For a second, he wondered if he was imagining her. But when she looked up, her tired eyes, once full of mischief and laughter, locked with his. They widened in shock, then quickly dropped back to the ground. She reached for the small cardboard sign in front of her, as if hiding behind it. Alex took a shaky step forward. "Mia, is that you?" She flinched but didn't answer. He crouched down in front of her, ignoring the impatient footsteps of shoppers brushing past. "It's me, Alex. What happened to you? Where have you been?" Her lips trembled, but all she said was, "Please, just go." But Alex couldn't. Not after everything. He saw her hands, red from the cold, dirt under her nails, skin chapped and raw. She looked like she hadn't eaten in days. Against her protests, he offered her his coat. She shook her head at first, but he draped it over her shoulders anyway. "I'm not leaving you here," he said, his voice firm. She finally looked at him again, and in that single glance, he saw it all: pain, fear, shame, and something else, a deep exhaustion that seemed older than her years. He convinced her to come with him, promising no questions until she was ready. In his small apartment, he made her tea, set out food, and gave her space. She ate slowly, like someone who hadn't trusted a meal in a long time. Hours passed before she spoke. The truth came in fragments. She had left because she was in trouble, deep trouble she didn't want to drag him into. Her boyfriend at the time, a man Alex had never liked, had pulled her into dangerous circles. Drugs, debt, threats. She tried to leave, but the threats followed her. One night, with nothing but a backpack, she vanished, sleeping on buses, in shelters, under bridges. She'd cut contact to keep him safe. But it got worse, she whispered. "I lost everything. And by then, I thought you'd hate me." Alex's throat tightened. "Hate you, Mia? I looked for you every single day." Tears slid down her cheeks. "I didn't think I deserved to be found." That night was the first of many hard days. Helping her wasn't simple. She was wary, haunted by old fears, and the road back to stability was long. She resisted his offers at first, still convinced she'd be a burden. He faced criticism from friends who didn't understand why he was getting involved. There were moments when Mia almost walked away again, afraid of depending on him. But slowly, trust began to rebuild. Alex helped her find counseling, and together they navigated the paperwork for a shelter program that offered job training. Mia fought her own battles, kicking old habits, facing people from her past who wanted to pull her back down. She stumbled, more than once, but Alex didn't let her fall completely. Months later, Alex walked past that same mall again, but this time, Mia wasn't sitting on the cold ground. She stood at a small coffee cart she now managed, smiling shyly as she handed a latte to a customer. She caught Alex's eye and mouthed a quiet, "Thank you." Alex realized then that sometimes, the people who disappear from our lives aren't gone because they stop caring. Sometimes, they're fighting battles we can't see. And sometimes, they just need someone to stand still long enough for them to find their way back. The encounter outside that mall changed them both. Mia learned that she was worth saving, and Alex learned that compassion doesn't always mean having the right answers, it means showing up, even when it's messy. And in a world where people pass by without looking, he was glad he had stopped.